Do they have an addiction? They may have
No,
withdrawal side effects, but they don't have the same that people do, right?
no. Well, I mean, I'm sure they do for prescription medications, but
Right.
for with a full spectrum hemp extract, there isn't withdrawal.
No.
If anything, it takes a while. Like for instance, if I'm going to treat a dog with I don't know, with pain, inflammation, I can't think of it, pain or inflammation, I usually start strong,
Right.
and then taper off because consider it, your endocannabinoid system is the system that controls all the other systems. And if it's not working right, then you have a deficiency in your endocannabinoid system. I love to give out this little piece of information. The first time that you get, okay, so we produce endocannabinoids,
Hmm.
and the cannabis plant, and there's a few other wonderful plants, have phytocannabinoids.
Right.
So
Yes.
when we're deficient in an endocannabinoid, we can take a phytocannabinoid and it will fill that deficiency and fix it. The first
Ah,
time that you get endocannabinoids is through your mother's breast milk.
right.
So if you weren't breastfed, or a dog wasn't breastfed, or a cat, or any of those animals weren't breastfed, they already have a deficiency in their endocannabinoid system.
Hmm.
We produce our endocannabinoids most of them are numbers and letters, but the most popular are anandamide and 2-AG.
Hmm.
And 2-AG is the one that you get in your mother's breast milk. But anandamide actually exists in truffles and in chocolate. So probably one of
Ah,
the reasons why we love it so much.
of course, that makes so much sense.
Doesn't it?
Boy,
But
yeah.
this is, a deficiency, and you can't really tell where the deficiency is. You can just see, is it, is it in their digestion? Is it cancer? Is it a tumor?
Right.
Is it inflammation in a disc? What is
Right.
it?
Yeah.
So people need to understand, like when we get dogs that haven't, one of our best stories is a Frenchie that hadn't walked for 4 years. And we met her dad, and he was supposed to put him down 4 months prior, but he's an actor and he was overseas filming something. So he
Hmm.
came home, went to an event, and literally was planning that weekend to put his dog down.
Oh.
Met us, didn't believe us, took our heel tincture, which is our most powerful, home, gave it to the dog, went upstairs, and then he turned and his dog was upstairs. And he
Wow.
lost his mind. He's like, so he still thinks I'm
Wow.
some crazy witch lady because he doesn't understand how I got his dog to walk again. But what people don't understand, they're like, how is that possible? So what
Yeah.
happens is these Frenchies, these pugs, are little wiener dogs, bulldogs. Uh, their spines, their nervous system, everything that goes through their spines, they get a simple disc out of place, or nerve or inflammation, and not only do they stop walking, the communication between the brain and back end stops because there's inflammation. So when you take
Right.
the CBD,
Yeah.
it gets rid of the inflammation. The communication opens up between the brain and the legs, and they get up and walk again.
Yeah. Is that
So it's
that's
pretty
amazing,
remarkable.
isn't it? That's now,
Yes,
but you also sell sort of salves like ointments,
yes,
don't you? You have ointments. Now, what
yep.
are the ointments for?
Well, it's so funny because when I launched the 3 tinctures and the 3 salves at the
Mhm.
same time, and I mean, people thought I was crazy. They're like, salves for cats and dogs? What? That doesn't. They have hair? What? That doesn't even make sense. And now, I have picture after picture of my remedy salve that
Yeah.
is killing tumors. You actually can see like papillomas turn black, like you've burned
Wow.
them.
Wow.
Mass, yeah, MCT tumors, big giant. They deteriorate and die and explode. And I mean, I've
Wow.
seen it over and over again. And then literally like 2 days later, it's healed and hair is growing out of where a tumor used to be.
My
So
goodness.
it's just,
It's
it's, it,
phenomenal.
it, right. You got to understand that CBD stops the growth of any in the spread of any type of tumor, especially cancer, and THC kills it.
Right.
So it suffocates them. It doesn't let them live. So if you've got a dog with cancer or a human with cancer,
Yeah.
but a dog with cancer,
Yeah.
you're going to want to get it into their bloodstream. And then if you actually have a tumor that's out on the body, go ahead and put the salve on there also. And that tumor's gone. My experience is 45 to 60 days. It's exploded and gone.
Wow. And this is all out in nature. This is all
Nature.
accessible to us, right?
All I'm doing
Right.
is I am growing a organic, pure cannabis plant that is high in CBD, low in THC. I take the flower off and I extract the oil out of the flower. That's all I'm doing. I don't add anything else to it. I am just taking a whole plant medicine and putting it in a bottle for you. That's not what everyone else does. I don't cut it with anything. I don't put isolates in it. So you'll hear me say full spectrum hemp extract with naturally occurring cannabinoids, including CBD and THC. And the reason we say that is because people are creating products that are either broad spectrum, which means they've taken the THC out. And when they take the THC out, they've also done another step in processing, meaning they have destroyed some of the other compounds in it.
Right. Yeah.
And it's no longer a medicine. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not a medicine. You know,
yeah,
it's not a whole plant extract anymore. You
right.
have to have the THC in there. It's called the entourage effect. When I extract all of those oils out of the plant, I'm getting all of those essential oils and all of the thousands of compounds that are in there that help the medicine work inside our bodies. So if I take some of that out, it no longer works as well. There's terpenes, there's flavonoids, there's fatty acids, proteins, all of these things help the cannabinoids get to our receptors. If you take them out, it may not get there. You probably going to your pet's probably just going to pee out the medicine because it's not absorbed. So you have to have a full spectrum extract, which any research that's out there is all based on extract, not broad, not an isolate.
Oh my goodness. Angela.
So now that's what we have to fight with next is, making sure how many people run out to try and say it doesn't work or nothing happened.
Right. Well, it's because it's not pure. Right.
Because it's not pure and it's not a full spectrum extract.
We have about 1 minute left. I know this has been fantastic. Gosh. I know, isn't that crazy? But I would like to have you on again to talk about your the Fireflake Farm, your rescue.
I would love to.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and we can talk about that later. But I have to tell you that one instance was my friend. I did a bioenergy healing on her, and she uses one of your salves, and for her dog. Yeah, and I said to her, her knee was bothering her, and I said, put it on your knee. Yep. And she said, really? I said, yes. I said, all the reading I've done on Angela and everything, and I did all my reading on you. I said, she's fantastic. Do it.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I don't mean to interrupt your story, but it's really funny because I went to a physical therapist because I sleep wrong and my neck was killing me.
Yeah.
So I go to him and he has an Aussie there, and his Aussie has a little tumor under his eye. So I bring him a jar. So he did the same thing. Yep. He started going, hey, put this on your knee and tell me if it works. So now I have so many people coming to my little groom shop buying my dog salve for themselves. Yeah. It's hilarious. I mean, it's really funny, but it works.
Really great, right? Oh, Angela, we have run out of time. Oh my goodness, we were just getting started. Thank you so much for joining us on Yin Yoga Lifestyle today. And if you would like more information about Angela Ardolino, you can visit Angela Ardolino, ARDOLINI.com, and at CBD Dog Health, HEALTH.com. Many thanks again, Angela, for being here with us on Yin Yoga Lifestyle.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to talking to you again.
Yes, absolutely. And please, listeners, please don't forget to check out Angela's podcast and more podcasts and subscribe to yinyogalifestyle.com, where you can find free yin yoga videos and you can join online yin yoga classes and receive your first class for free. That's a great deal. Let's get you started on your daily yin yoga lifestyle routine. It's really easy. And thank you for joining Yin Yoga Lifestyle, adding enlightenment, calm, balance, and creativity to your everyday life. I am your host, Colette Darville. Join us next time to continue our journey of balancing into a state of perfect harmony. Until then, this is Colette Darville, reminding you to inhale, sow, and exhale, hum.